That's my favorite day of any production, is that first day of tech. There's this great sense of possibility, and there's this palpable energy, I think, that comes from a new cast that has come from a rehearsal room and has a story that's ready to be told, but not fully formed yet.
And they won't really fully form it till an audience tells them.
Exactly correct. They come in, and then all of the design and technical team is here, and you can feel them all receive the history and the energy of the stories that have come before them, and the audiences that have sat in these seats before them.
Yeah, it's like deep memory.
It is. And so what I love doing on those days is just walking them through what has come before and reminding the shows and the stories and the people, the artists who have been here, and allowing them, inviting them to take their place in that line, and also begin to think of who might come after.
Because most creativity, man, is usually a combination of two existing things that are put together that have never been together before.
How important is knowing, I just think about you, Count Basie, and Frank Sinatra working together. How do you create the condition for collaboration? What made the three of you work together?
Common bonds. And when I put the right person with Frank, we were in Reno. And I was in a hotel room with no piano. No problem.
And what were you writing?
We ended up, and that was Fly Me to the Moon. It was written in 3/4. It was a waltz. And I did it with Basie in 4/4, and Frank said, that's the way I want to do it. Would you consider doing a record with Basie? And I said, man, is the Pope a Catholic? You kidding? Ended up being the first music, Buzz Aldrin played the first music on the moon, man. It's so exciting, man. It really is. I mean, that's my whole life, you know.
One of the things that makes me, so proud, but also astonishes me is, in my lifetime, I have watched chefs go from basically blue-collar workers who, sat in their kitchens and cooked their food, to a group of people who want to change the world.
I think there's something to learn from them. They're very collaborative. And I'm not sure why that is. It doesn't apply to many other industries that I know of, but they're so willing to work together to do something.
I think it's really hard to be a great chef if you don't have a generous soul.
When you go into a community, is there something you bring? What are the kits of props or things that you bring?
When we don't have a kitchen, a proper kitchen to use, we do a field kitchen, and the paellas are the heart of that field kitchen. We can only do them when we have locals, chefs, and others helping us. And one paella at a time is very amazing, because the paellas with World Central Kitchen, when we are in relief, also connects us with the locals, but also with the faraway communities that need our help.
Yeah.
They are the beginning and the end.
You're creating culture too. There's so much discussion about food culture, and food culture implies master chef, but really it's much more porous.
With food and water, it's very simple to understand. If people are hungry and people are thirsty, they are hungry and thirsty today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, today. So for us, what do? We go right where the people are, and we find out from them what their needs are. In the process, we tackle the problem quicker than anybody else.